So another half hour of Pilates today. We're gonna kind of go nice and quick today. It's definitely going to be core-based. Movements are going to be a little bit different, so just make sure you're listening to the cueing and following along. So let's go ahead. We are actually going to start sitting up today with one of my favorite spine stretches. So I want you to sit up nice and tall, flex your toes back, and I want you to just round the spine over the legs. Arms are going to relax here at first. So rounding over the legs, I'm just going to run my arms along the tops of my legs. They're resting, shoulders are down, head and neck are relaxed, and then just stack it up, rolling through. Same thing again, just tipping the head down, slightly leaning over. I like to have this nice C curve, so I'm stretching my spine and not my legs. Head is relaxed, maybe you can add some small movement in the head. Arms are relaxed. Go ahead, stack it up. Okay, let's add the arms. Arms are gonna go overhead. We all should know this one by now. Take my thumbs off my sweatshirt here. Reach tall. Now you're really gonna exaggerate that C curve, reaching the arms long. Crown of the head is reaching forward. Pull those toes back. Stack it up. Arms go overhead. Reach tall. Flatten out the back. Round over. I'm pulling my core in. Now lean forward a little bit more. Get a little bit deeper. Stack it up. Okay, let's add on. We are going to round over here. And I want you to hold onto your right wrist with your left hand, and we're going to pull, and I want you to lift that right shoulder up to the ceiling. Get a little bit of a side stretch here. Come center, reach long through both hands, other side. Hold on to the wrist, pull that hand, lift the shoulder, ribs are still reaching back. Come to the center, arms are going to relax, stack up. That felt good. Okay, so go ahead, bend your knees, move your butt forward, roll onto your back. All right, so laying here, I want your feet parallel. Pelvis is neutral, okay? So hip bones facing up to the ceiling. Relax into this position here. Arms by your sides. We're gonna start nice and easy, keeping the pelvis neutral, keeping that small puff of air underneath the low back. Engage your core and float that right knee up into chair position. Okay, you're not losing neutral as you lift the leg. And then lower the leg back down. Core is tight, other side. Left knee up and reach it down. You should feel your abs engage here a little bit deeper to control the leg as it lowers. And switch. And switch. And switch. Good. One more to each side here. Okay, now both knees are going to come up into chair position. My spine is still neutral. Hip bones are still facing up to the ceiling. Now we're going to resist the leg, slowly lowering it down. Tap the toes to the table. Fold the knee back in. Everything in your core should feel the same here as we're moving. Just like before, core is engaged to keep that neutral spine. Don't let the back arch. Last one here. Okay, now both feet. So I'm going to pull my legs all the way together. Tap and lift. Tap and lift. Inhale and exhale. Last one. And lift. Pull those knees in. And round the spine a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and rest the feet again. Tapping into a little bit of obliques here. So we are going to keep the pelvis neutral for the first set. Left hand is going to come behind your head, elbow wide. Right arm is going to go up to the ceiling. Okay, so let's curl forward. Reach the right arm across the left thigh. My pelvis is still neutral, so I'm not tucking. lift and relax, across, lift and relax for 2, last 1, other side, left arm up, right hand behind the head, across, don't tuck the pelvis, across, we're going to go for 3, and 2, last 1 here. Okay, so we are going to make it a little bit more difficult. Switch back to that first side, right arm up. We're going to tuck the pelvis under this time. Okay, we're going to reach across, tuck the pelvis under. I'm sinking my low back into the mat here. Keep the head lifted as you come center. Reach back across. We're going a little bit slower with the movement, feeling those abs. We're going for 2. Keep tucking the pelvis. Last 1. Rest the head down for a moment. Switch side. Left arm up. Right now my pelvis is neutral, so start neutral so that you can feel when the tuck happens. Curl forward, tuck under, reach across, come center, nice and slow. Across, center. For 3. Core in. 2. Last 1. And rest. We're taking both hands behind the head. We're still doing that movement with the pelvis, but we're coming through the center this time, okay? Coming right through the center of the body, tucking the pelvis under, lift the head and chest. Lower it down. Tuck under, lift, lower it down, back to neutral. For 3, and 2. Last 1 and hold, little pulses for 8. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo. Arms out to T. Take a little knee sway here. You should be feeling those abs already. Okay, knees back to the center. All right, so we are going to take those arms up to the ceiling now instead of behind the head. So arms up to the ceiling. We're going to do some isolated movements here. So working across, we're going to take the left knee up and tap it with the right arm. Hold here, slowly lower away. Other side. My pelvis is neutral. We're going back to that feeling that we had in the beginning of class. Abs are working to keep the pelvis neutral. Last 1 here. Stepping it up a notch. We are going to lift both knees. Keep the pelvis neutral. Tap, tap the toes. Lift and tap the knees. Tap the toes. We're going for 3. Neutral spine, don't tuck under. And 2, try not to arch the back. Last 1, and rest. Arms down. Okay, hip escalator now, and we're gonna add on that marching. That was like the first exercise we did laying on our back when we were just lifting the knees. Okay, so we're gonna add that to our hip escalator. We've done this before. So we're gonna tuck the pelvis under, lift the hips up, okay? Feel nice and strong here, belly in. Nice long line. You should feel your glutes engaged. Try to keep those hips lifted and nice and stable here. Open the shoulders, push the hands in. Right knee's gonna lift and lower. Left knee lifts and lower. And right and lower and left and lower. 1 more. Right and left. Let's lift those hips up a little bit higher. Roll it all the way down. Okay, so we are going to go into some new movements here. I want you to lift yourself up into a seated position. However you need to get there is okay. And we're going to take those fingertips inward, so facing your butt, or they can be out to the side of the room. But don't have them facing back, because we don't want to hyperextend the elbow. So sides of the room is okay. Fingertips towards you is a little bit better, but it is a little bit harder on the wrists, okay? So you can always start with this version, and if it's too much for you, you can always turn it out. Listen to your body. Okay, so we are going to start by pointing the toes, push into the heels of the hands. We're going to lift our hips up to the sky, stretching out the shoulders, pushing up with the chest, lowering down, bending those elbows back. We're going to lift the legs and lower. Control as you lower. Plant the feet. Press it up, flattening the back, lift the hips. Control those hips down, bend the elbows, shoulders wide, lift and lower. Control as you lower. Again, up, flatten the back, open the chest, lift the hips, lower the hips, bend the elbows. My feet are cramping, so I'm going to flex for a second. Lift and control as you lower. Okay, so staying here, lifted in the chest, back is flat. We're going to lift one knee into chair, press it out and down. Other knee up, out and down. As the knee comes towards you, pull the core in. And lift. Good. Lower and lift. Last one here. Lower it down and hold. Come up onto those hands. We're going to step it up a notch. Okay? So I want you to lift one knee, press it out and down. Lift, out and down. Harder to keep that back flat. Abs engaged. One more set. Last one. Lower back onto your elbows. Okay, go ahead and take fists now. Just giving the shoulders a little opening in a different place. So take fists, really push those elbows in. Still trying to keep that back flat. We're going to take both knees up into chair position. Stepping it up a notch. Press the leg away, tap it down, lift and pull in. If this version is too hard, you can go back to where both legs were extended and you were just lifting one knee. Abs in, try to keep that back flat. One more set. Tap, lift, tap, lift. Rest for a moment. All right, so we're going to go into some hip circles here. Coming back into that position, lifting up, back flat. So I'm pushing my tailbone into the table here. We're going to tip the legs off to one side. Now keep the toes and the knees lined up. Tipping the hips, I want you to make a circle. Dropping the feet to the mat, pulling off to the other side, back to the center. Opposite way first. Off to one side, rounding down and around. Tip, press it away. And again, tip, press it away. We're going to do one more to each side. Tip, down and around. Last one here. Tip, down and around. Core is tight. Pull those knees in, round back. Whew. All right. Maybe draw some small circles here. And reverse. All right. Rest those feet. Extend those legs. We're going to go into some single leg circles. We're going to do a smaller version today. Next little sore. Okay, so we're going to do a smaller version. Flex your left foot so you're pushing the left heel into the mat. Bring the right leg up. Let's give the hamstring a little bit of a stretch here. You can grab up higher if you want. Behind the thigh or behind the calf. Take it off across the body slightly. You can grab on the outside of the leg if you'd like. Otherwise, holding and just tipping off is fine too. Okay, so let's do some small circles here. Whew, those foot cramps today. All right, extend. So tiny circles. Think of toe drawing a small circle on the ceiling. We're going to go for 8, 7, 6, 5. Abs engaged. 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. 8, 7, 6. Trying to stay stable. 4, 3, 2, 1, lower it down. Other side, flex the right foot, push the heel in, left leg up. Grab behind, give it a little pull. You're welcome to grab it higher than I am. Depends how flexible you are, how you're feeling today, what muscles you've worked. Pull it across. Again, you're welcome to grab the outside and just kind of pull tighter. Try not to roll this hip up too much. Think of sinking this hip down as the leg reaches across the body. Okay, small circles here. Think toe on the ceiling, drawing the circle, right? So you're massaging that hip. Okay, small circles. 8, 7, 6, 5. Core tight. 2, 1. Reverse. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Lower it down. Let's do a little butterfly stretch here. Soles of the feet together. Knees opening. All right. Okay, so we are going to roll over onto our side. Doing some clam here. You're welcome to lay the head down. You can prop the head up for this one. Okay, so you're gonna line your heels up with your sits bone. So that's your bony part in your butt. So you have a pretty good bend in the knees. Now, try to lift a little bit on this side that you're laying on so you're not completely collapsed. Okay, so we're gonna start opening the leg. Now make sure that these knees are lined up so the hips are stacked. They're both facing forward. Keep the hips stacked. You're going to open the knee, lower it down. Open the knee, lower it down. My feet are staying together. My knees are coming apart. I lost count, so we're going to do one more. Okay, now the knees stay together. The feet come apart. Good. 2 and 1. Now the leg is going to stay parallel and lift. 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 For 2, last one, adding some rotation here. We're going to lift the leg, externally rotate, come center. Externally rotate, come center. 3, 2, last one, internal rotation, knee down. 2, 3, 4, last one. 5, lower the leg. Okay, we're going to add an extension here. We're going for 5 again. Lift the leg, externally rotate, extend the leg out. Pull the foot in, lower all the way down. Again, lift, rotate, extend, bring it back, rotate center all the way down. For 3, rotate, extend, and 2. Hip and glute should be burning. Last one. Okay, other side. You're welcome to roll over, otherwise switch which direction your head was facing so you can still see the camera for the video. Okay, so heels lined up with your sits bones, right? Little lift on this side. Try not to completely collapse. You want to stay active. Hips forward. Make sure the knees and the feet are lined up together. Okay, so we're lifting the leg. No, I lied. We're externally rotating. We're lowering down. I'm sorry. 2. We're going for 5. 3, 4, and 5. I got so excited to do that full version right away. Knees together, feet come apart. Good. For 3 and 2. Warming up that leg. Last one. Now whole leg. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. For 3, 2, last one. Let's add some external rotation. So we're going to lift, externally rotate, bring it center. For 3, 2, this side's going to burn a little bit sooner than the other one. Internal. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Okay, we're really gonna burn now. We're gonna lift and add that extension. So lift, external, extend. Bring the foot back, center, lower down. Lift, external, extend. Bring the foot back, center, lower down. For 3, external, extend. Bring it back and lower. 2, whew. Last one. And relax. Okay, so we're gonna go right into some back work here, and then you'll stretch out those glutes and hips. So let's go ahead, lie our heads down. Forehead is relaxed, shoulders are back. We're gonna go right into our big swan here. So we're gonna lift up. I'm gonna lower my feet down. So we're gonna lift up, push into the hands. Hips are pulling towards you, so no, none of this. Pull up. Elbows down, lower the head. We're going for 3. Shoulders down, push up. Bend those elbows, lower down. And 2. Belly in. Last one. Okay, we're going to go into a little bit of a modification of swan dive. So it's not going to be full version where you feel like you're going to hit your face on the floor, but you definitely get some momentum here. So forehead is going to be down to start. We're going to start the same way, but I want you to push up into a full swan here. Belly in. Now we're going to lower our head and chest, lifting our feet high and bending our elbows, okay? So I want you to think of rock, like you're a teeter-totter, a rocking horse. We're going to rock, push up, rock, push up, rock, push up. For 3, 2, last one, and rest. Whew, my glutes are burning a little bit. Now that we did that clam work. Take a child's pose here. Go into a little bit of bird dog and cat cow. We're gonna put the 2 together. So go ahead, come onto all 4s. Extend your right arm, left leg. Bring it back, other side. Bring it back, around the spine for cat-cow, and release. Flatten the back. We're gonna do 2 more sets. Right arm, left leg, and in. Other side, and in. Push and round, release. 1 more here. Flatten the back, pull the belly in. Extend, in, extend, in, round the spine, and release. Push it back. All right, go ahead and come onto your back. We'll do a quick hip stretch here. So, piriformis stretch first. Go ahead, bring that leg up. You can keep your leg resting on the mat as well, depending how deep of a stretch you need. But we did just work these muscles pretty hard. Okay. Now I want you to let that leg cross over, and I want you to pull this thigh and knee across a little bit deeper, and I'm going to turn my head to that side. Knee is still in chair, getting a little bit deeper into the outer hip here. Switch. Piriformis first, so knee is opening. You should feel it more in like the back of the leg and into this glute, this butt cheek a little bit more. And then the next stretch we're going to do, you're going to feel a little bit more on the outer hip. Now, you might feel it some other places too, depending on how tight you are. That's fine. You're probably going to feel it where you need to feel it. But generally, this is the area that we're targeting. Okay? Now, let the knee slide across. Hold onto the thigh. Pull the leg towards you and over. Rotate towards that side a little bit. So now I'm feeling it more like in this area and not so isolated down deep. You're welcome to pull the knee in a little bit or shift it away, it just depends. I like to put mine away a little bit so I can pull harder. Bring those legs back down. Okay, let's work on some shoulder mobility. So we're gonna rest the feet. They're nice and parallel. Arms are gonna go up. So paddle arms here. So right arm is gonna lower down, left arm is gonna go overhead. Now you're pulling the rib cage down, so you're not flaring here. Keep sinking the ribs towards the mat as you reach through those fingers. And then lift, switch. Reach through those arms. Keep the ribs connected to the mat, so don't arch. Pelvis is neutral. And switch. And switch. Good, let's do one more to each side here, pushing this shoulder that's overhead nice and low into the mat. Good, bring them up. Goal pose for a second, dropping those elbows. Press it up for 2. Last one, adding some rotation here. Palms down, palms up, palms down. Now, if you have like a roller at home or a yoga block or something that's soft enough that won't hurt your back if you lie down on it, a good thing to do is to put something in between your shoulder blades or lay on a roller and do this exercise. It's really going to open up the chest more. Okay, last one here, palms up. Rotate center, extend those arms overhead and relax. Slowly take your knees up into chair position, grab onto the knees and pull them into your chest. Let's take a deep breath here together. As you inhale, squeeze the knees to your chest. As you exhale, let the knees float away. One more, inhale, squeeze. Exhale, let the knees float away. You are finished for today. Thank you for joining me. I will see you next week.